Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik. I'm one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to ETHOnline 2023. Let's get started. This is our biggest and last online async event of the year, and you're all watching this on ETHGlobal.tv. This is the platform we'll be using for the rest of this month to talk about all the things that are happening for this event. And for those of you who are not signed in yet, we encourage you to log in, join the chat, say hi, tell us where you're from, and everybody who's going to be participating this weekend and the rest of this month will be receiving also a POAP for being part of the online experience. So this hackathon is brought to you by ETHGlobal. And for those of you who don't know what ETHGlobal is and are joining us for the very first time, we're an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to get thousands of developers onto the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this by running hackathons and summits, both in person and async. And ETHOnline is no different. We're going to be doing a lot of amazing content on all the themes that you are excited about, you have heard about, or want to go in deep and learn more in depth of. We're going to be covering 4 summits over the next 3 weeks on various topics, everything from what's happening with security to the best practices around modularity to kind of how do you think about the next upgrade for Ethereum as a protocol and what's happening in this ecosystem in terms of its impact. All those things are going to be covered starting next week, and we'll share all of that on the website very soon. But the next 30 to 40 minutes are about the hackathon. So let's get started with some key things you need to know to be ready for the next 3 weeks. This officially is our biggest event ever. This encompasses everything we've done in person and everything we've done virtually in our 6-year history. We have over 1,800 hackers from 96 different countries spanning 28 different time zones. We have people from so many parts of the world participating here for the next few weeks, and we try to put everybody on a map, and it just blows us away to see representation from 6 different continents and hundreds of cities. Actually, we're crossing over 600 unique cities where all of you are coming from, and it's going to be incredible to see everything that you get excited about to build that integrates all nice stuff from Web3. But not just that, we also have 95 ecosystem mentors. These are amazing engineers, developers, product managers, founders from various companies who are going to be here to help you make something really awesome. And 4 dedicated mentors who are going to be there to make sure that you get unblocked from anything technical or otherwise as over the course of the hackathon, to just give you direct support to make sure that nothing is stopping you from accomplishing what you wanted to build. And to top it all off, we have over $225,000 in prizes, and we're going to be giving away a lot of those. And we're going to be talking about how you can win a lot of those prizes and all the things that you need to know about participating in winning these and qualifying for these successfully. So before we get into all of that, I want to give a massive shout out to some of our amazing partners. They're going to be here with you for the next few weeks online on Discord to help you get to where you want to be, and also giving you a lot of things out of the box so you don't have to invent everything from scratch or use things and spend all of your time doing things that are already done for you and come out of the box. So I want to give a massive shout out to Scroll, Spark, Apecoin, Uma, Wormhole, Filecoin, Hyperlane, Polygon, Mantle, Axelar, Safe, Mask, Sysmo, Comment, Aztec, Connext, Compound, Tableland, Chainlink, Push Protocol, Lit, The Graph, Uniswap Foundation, and XMTP. All these amazing partners are going to be here with us for the next few weeks, and you can reach out to anybody and learn about what they're up to, how you can get help, or how you can use any of their protocols and SDKs to make your life a lot easier. But the next few minutes are about giving you an overview of what this month is all about. The goal here is to talk about how you can get ready for participating in the hackathon successfully with forming a team, all the ways you can get help, all the prizes, of course, you can win, all the talks and workshops that are happening, especially how judging is going to work with project submission and the criteria. And we're also going to just cover summits, which overall addresses all the pieces for the next few weeks where you can learn about everything that's happening in the Web3 ecosystem. So most important thing first, all communication is going to be on Discord. This is a massive asynchronous event, which means that we need to streamline everything that we do in a single place, and that is going to be Discord. Everything is managed automatically through your dashboard in terms of permissioning. Once you go into your dashboard and you connect Discord, you will get all the right permissions to see all the things that you need to know for this event. And the quick check to see if everything worked is if you see an ETHOnline 2023 header on your Discord sidebar. You will see all those channels. This is where everything is going to happen. We're going to only open those channels for everybody just participating. So if you are not a participant, you can't see what's going on. All of our mentors are here. All of our partners are here. All of the ETHGlobal team is there. That's kind of where you get to talk to everybody, whether it's another hacker to join the team, to the ETHGlobal team to get any questions clarified, or any of our partners to get help on how to use their SDKs. All that is happening there. You get to talk to anybody, you get to mention anybody and understand what's going on. And if something changes, or if you wanted to remind you of something about the event, which is the submission deadline or feedback session, or any of those things that I'll cover in a second, we'll be notifying people only and exclusively on Discord. So make sure you're on Discord and you have the right permissions. And if you can't see the channels, ping us with any of those questions, whether it's on ethglobal.tv chat now or an email or any of the other Discord open channels. We'll make sure all those things are set up for all of you. But it's not just going to be Discord for all the communication. We're also going to make sure there's some redundancy baked in there. So you'll also get calendar invites for some important dates. So whether it's this kickoff video today, to all the submission deadlines, to all the feedback sessions, all those things, you'll have some key invites on your calendar. And everything that we're going to see and do for this whole month is live on the website, which means that the website remains the source of truth. So anything that you see on the website is the official time for whatever that event is and when it's going to happen. And if it's not on the website, that means there's no other way we could have communicated something differently, because it's the same system that manages all of those things. And we want to make sure that what's on the website is the native and primary source of truth. We really want this thing to be asynchronous, so we're making sure we do all those things to ensure that you can keep up with all the activities happening and account for everything on your respective time zones. And for those of you who are looking to get to the website quickly, you can just head over to online.ethglobal.com. So let's talk about some key things on how the hackathon works. Officially, the hackathon has kicked off. You can start hacking on your projects, and you can work on them with up to 5 members in a team. You have the next 2.5 weeks to hack, which means that all of your projects are due on Sunday, October 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is noon Eastern. So that gives you exactly 2.5 weeks until next Sunday, or the Sunday after 2.5 weeks. And the rules and criteria for this event is also fairly straightforward. You are allowed to build anything you want as long as you're building it from scratch. You are not solving a particular problem. There's no categories. You get to pick anything that you're excited about, but you cannot build on a pre-existing personal project, or you cannot add something to something you've done in the past as well. So it has to be entirely independent. You cannot add a new feature to something. You cannot convert something you did and add 1 or 2 things and build on something from even the previous ETHGlobal hackathon. It has to be entirely done starting today. And only eligible hackers who RSVP and are on a team are going to be winning prizes, which means that if you win a prize and one of the team members was not listed on your team at the time of submission, they will not be counted. So make sure that you go to the team tab on your dashboard and really ensure that every team member is properly listed on your team. And not only that, but they have also fully RSVP'd, and it actually shows that they're confirmed to attend the event. If you have any other questions, you can obviously mention ETHGlobal on Discord or email us or ping us in any other form, and we'll be happy to clarify any of those cases for you. We, as a note, get this question a lot. You are absolutely allowed to use other libraries, use frameworks and templates for any of these starter kits. All those count. If you want to fork an existing open source project, that is allowed. You just cannot build something that you have personally done before and submit that for this hackathon. So we really encourage you to use open source. You can use starter kits. You can use any of the repos from our partners to make yourselves save yourself a lot of time, make it easy for you to work on your project, but you cannot add features to something that you've already done before. Now the most important part, and that is judging. Submissions are due on Sunday, the 22nd at noon Eastern time. And once submissions are due, you'll be presented a choice on how you want to proceed with judging. The guidelines for submissions are as follows. You will get 4 minutes, and that's the time you have to summarize everything you've built over the course of this event. And it's going to be a video. So you have to create a 4-minute video or up to 4-minute video describing everything that you built. And we really, really, really encourage you to not do this thing last minute. It takes a lot of time to condense all the things that you've done and make it very concise and summarize everything from why you got excited about this idea to how it works, to show a demo, to talk about next steps in 4 minutes. And you will need a lot of time for just the video, but also to submit the rest of the projects. We need to know what technologies you used, how are you using different protocols and SDKs, where in your code base are you using it. You will have to link individually what line is being used for what protocol. You're gonna have to talk about effectively how it works under the hood on what's actually happening, which things were built from you versus used out of the box. You have to talk about all the different prizes that you're eligible for and why you're applying to each of those categories. All those things are part of the submission process. So it'll take you at least 1 hour, if not slightly longer, to submit your projects. Do not do this thing last minute. And as you get to see what the submission page looks like, you get a head start on getting all the fields figured out and filled out before even the submission deadline. So you get to prepare all of that over the next 2 weeks. So we really encourage all of you to spend some time checking out the project page and see what all things you need to worry about to fill out a successful application. Once you submit that, you'll be presented with this choice, which is what type of judging do you want to do? And the two options are main judging and the partner judging only. If you are opting in for our partner prize judging, which means you only want the prizes from our partners, that part is going to be entirely asynchronous, which means once you submit your project, the only thing the partners will be looking at is the video you submitted and all the details you provided. If you do not do a great job at giving those details, there is no other way they will have that context. So it really becomes your responsibility to be as thorough as possible. If you want to go for the main judging, which makes it eligible for you to be part of the top 10 teams for this hackathon, you will have to go through 2 rounds, and I'll cover what those 2 rounds mean. If you want to go on the main judging track, the first round, the day after the submissions are due, is going to be an asynchronous round where all of our judges will watch your submissions and they'll also review those videos asynchronously. And they will filter projects on the prototype and the MVP of itself. So if you have a live demo, they'll kind of click and play with it. They'll look at the depth of what you built. They'll look at the code as well. So you will look at the Git history and make sure that nothing was kind of done outside the window of the event, or you didn't write one single commit with 100,000 lines. All those things will be looked at, and so will be your presentation quality, which means if you're able to concisely talk about what you did in 4 minutes, that means it's a lot easier for everybody to understand. And that's the first round of judging. After all those projects are reviewed, then anybody who makes it to the round 2 will be notified on Monday evening Eastern time that they are moving forward to the actual second round. And that's the synchronous live judging with some of our judges. And you'll be then joining a Zoom call where you'll be presenting your demo to the judges live, and we'll be asking you questions with follow-ups. And that is what is going to determine our finalist selection. And those finalists are going to then be eligible for the closing ceremony to do a live demo in front of everybody. So the round 2 judging happens on Tuesday, October 24th, and this is going to be a live call, and all of you will be notified the day before to be ready to present if you end up making it to round 2. It's okay if you have any follow-up questions here. For some easy ones, you can just ask your questions in the live stream on ETHGlobal TV, and I'll be happy to clarify those immediately. But all of this thing is also available a lot more in depth on your dashboard. So if you click on the Info Center, you have a whole judging section that covers everything that you need to know. And you can just go in depth there and understand how both of these processes are set up, and kind of get to spend more time going through the nuances, or and ask us any follow-up questions then. Those are the main judging tracks. And as previously mentioned, if you want to go for just the partner judging, that's entirely asynchronous, which means that the second you submit, all of our partners will have a few days from Sunday to Wednesday to look at all of your projects, and they'll be able to look at who is the best team that meets their criteria, and if they have any questions, and only if they have any questions, they'll reach out to you and message you on Discord or email trying to get some clarifications. So to summarize all of it, make sure the video is good, because those 4 minutes is all you get to summarize and be concise about and really show why you're excited about this project and why people should pay attention. So make sure that you spend enough time getting your demo to be really, really good. And of course, we want this event to be encouraging and open to anybody with any skill set. So it's okay if you're all new to all of this. There's so much stuff that we have in the works for all of you to get up to date on how to be part of the Web3 ecosystem as a developer. A lot of you were already part of some of the workshops that happened yesterday. There's a lot more happening today and throughout the next few weeks. You can see all of that directly on YouTube and on the website, and also on your calendar. There's talks and content for everybody from beginners to experts. There is no reason to be afraid, because all of this thing is meant to educate all of you on understanding what's happening. And we're going to be doing a summit almost every Friday, and sometimes even twice a week, starting next week. So you'll see all those information on the ETHOnline website. This and everything I talked about in logistics for how the submissions work, all the rules and criteria, all those things are also on your Hacker dashboard, so you can see all those things on demand. And the same goes for every single workshop and talk. We have people from so many different time zones. We're not going to force you to be up at different times at night. The second a video ends, it'll be made available instantly for live replay on YouTube, including this one right now. And you can watch anything on demand by just heading over to youtube.com/ETHGlobal. And I know a few of you are still looking to join different teams, and you are trying to meet other members who have different skill sets, or you want to continue joining someone else's team to work on their idea for something that they need. You can still head over to the Find a Team channel. There's at least 100 of you who are still in this position, and we want to make sure that you get a chance to work with somebody from a different part of the world to work on an idea that both of you are excited about, or all of you are excited about. And you have enough time still. You can use the next few days, even early next week, to finalize an idea and use Discord and that channel to your advantage. Also, please say hi to us. We want to know where you're from, what you're excited about. All those things are happening on Discord. So almost 1,900 of you are going to be part of this event over the next few weeks, and you'll get to meet so many people here. And today, in a few hours, there's also going to be a team formation and idea brainstorming live session, which means that if you want to pitch an idea and you're looking for team members with specific skill sets, you can join the Zoom call and find people live in a conversation to really pair up with somebody. And of course, it's not required that you have a team. If you want to use this event as an opportunity to learn something on your own and challenge yourself, that is completely allowed. You can hack solo. You can submit something just by yourself. It's just a lot easier to do more things if you have a team taking pieces and owning different pieces to make something come together at the end. So don't be too afraid that you have to have a team. It's not a requirement. It's just encouraged. Let's talk about project check-ins. This is a multi-week event, and we want to make sure that you are not stuck with building your project on something that we can help you unblock. Check-ins happen once a week, and this will let us make sure that we understand that you are progressing at your own pace, but also are not stuck with something that could be easily resolved from our side or one of our partners' side. So it gives you the opportunity to ask us for help in a more structured way. You can just say, hey, I'm having hard time hearing back from how to use this thing, or like I'm stuck on this bug and it's been a few days, I haven't been able to get a response. We get to look at all that information and really help you get unblocked. And these happen once a week, and this will happen for 3 times for the course of this event. And this is also part of the requirement to be part of this event, which means that if you are finishing this quick feedback form, it's just a few questions, takes 5 minutes per week. You also are eligible to then be part of the fully successfully checking off this event, and you get your stake back too. And all this will happen on your dashboard. So as long as one member from your team is filling out a check-in, you are good to go. And not only that, we also have live feedback sessions. So there's going to be 2 sessions, one next week, one the week after, where you can join a call live and get feedback on what your project is. This will include some of our partners, some of our dedicated mentors, the global team members, in some cases, even our judges who will just come on and just give you live feedback on your project. And you can see what's going on. You can show others what you've been working on and use this opportunity to iterate even faster. These are going to be live calls, and you should have calendar invites for both of these as well. And we really encourage you to use them to the best of your advantage. And lastly, let's talk about our code of conduct. Even though it's an online event, the same rules and the code of conduct follows for in-person and asynchronous events. And all those rules are listed on ethglobal.com/rules. But the gist of it is, please be respectful. Any sort of harassment or abuse to any member or participant at this event will not be tolerated. And at the end of the day, anything that you create over the course of this month will be owned solely by you and your team equally, which means that no partner, neither ETHGlobal or anybody else has rights to your work. You are the beneficiary of everything that you create. And if we missed any of the edge cases, or if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us on Discord or email or the live chat, and we'll be happily able to clarify and answer all those things for you. So before we move on to the next section, I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to just remember this, that it's online.ethglobal.com, and it's going to take you to the website where we have everything listed out for the next few weeks. All right, so next up, I want to bring on some of our amazing partners on to really show you who they are, what they're excited about, and how you can be part of their ecosystem and win some amazing prizes. So we'll kick off with our very first partner keynote for today. And for that, I want to bring on Daniel from Scroll to share what Scroll is and how you can get involved. So without further ado, let's welcome Daniel.
I hear the applause. Thanks, Kartik. Hi, everyone. I am Daniel Helm. I lead the developer relations team at Scroll. If you are unfamiliar with us, there's a slide which should be showing up any minute now that tells you that we are a layer 2 network for scaling Ethereum through zero-knowledge proofs. There's a lot of jargon in this. If you're one of the newcomers to the space that are hacking, the TLDR here is that using Scroll, you can do anything you can do on Ethereum, but cheaper, faster, and with a higher throughput. If you want to dive into the specifics, we'll be in the Discord. We can point you to other videos that we walk through it. But for the people just looking for the prize information, the gist of it is to get a prize, you need to deploy and verify your smart contract at Scroll, and that should just be copy, pasting, and deploying. So we have a Telegram group that will help you get some fauceted funds, and I'll show the QR code in a minute. But our prizes, we have a $4,000 pool prize that you'll get your share of if you deploy your project on Scroll. And then we have lots of best on Scroll prizes. We want to leave this open if you're deploying on Uniswap v4 and doing subhooks, if you're using Subgraphs with the graph, ZK-proof verifiers on Noir with Aztecs bounties. All of these things can still get you the best on Scroll prize. And here is the Telegram group to grab some of those fauceted funds. We've also posted it in the Discord, where we'll be available for support and helping hackers. And I think early next week, we'll publish a document that goes through the different partners that already have integrations on the Scroll Sepolia testnet. So we'd really welcome you to build on them, build on us, and let us know if you have any issues. And also check out our workshop next week, where Raza will be talking specifically about passing messages through the bridge, which is a pretty exciting technical topic. So I think that's it from me. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Daniel. That's great to see that. And hopefully we see a lot more creative use cases on ZKVM. Right. So next up is our second partner. And I want to bring on Tadeo from Spark to tell you all about how you can be part of this amazing DeFi ecosystem. So without further ado, let's welcome Tadeo.
Hi, Kartik. Thanks a lot. As Kartik very well mentioned, my name is Tadeo. I'm with Phoenix Labs, working on Spark. So really emerging from MakerDAO, Spark is on a mission to empower the DAI ecosystem. Spark does this in a couple different ways, but especially relevant to today is that it does it by providing DeFi infrastructure. So there's currently 3 main projects that Spark is working on, for which we actually have, for the 3 of them, a total bounty of 20,000 DAI to support you guys building on it. So these are the 3 Spark conduits, Spark Lend, and SDAI. And let me just briefly intro them and tell a bit more about them. So Spark conduits is really the next generation technology to provide liquidity in the market. You can think about conduits as adapters in a way. This is Maker providing liquidity without third parties directly to Spark Lend, other type of DeFi protocols, including your own protocol. We're very excited about this. This is actually ongoing work that we're doing. So you'd be helping us define how the final state of Spark conduits. Then we have Spark Lend. Spark Lend is a lending marketplace where you can borrow DAI at a predictable rate. You can also borrow and lend ETH, Rocket ETH, and Lido ETH. It has all the features that users are accustomed in lending markets, and we're on Ethereum and also Gnosis chain. A quick note on predictable rates. We haven't really talked too much about this either from the maker perspective with Spark, but you can already see it from the screen. These are rates that maybe they are not fixed term rates, but they are a little more consistent than variable rates and are defined by governance, by the maker governance. So you know with a time in advance when those rates will change and also to what rate they'll be updated to. So in the same way that you can borrow DAI at this rate, you can also deposit DAI at this rate and actually get a yield. The third project is SDAI. This is the liquid representation of DAI in the DSR, by which Maker distributes revenues to DAI holders. SDAI allows you to go between DAI and SDAI without a problem. It's non-rebasing, and it's based on a standard, so it should be fairly easy to integrate into your projects. Just important to note on the event side, you don't have transfer event during minting or burning, but you do have deposit and withdraw. So the small caveat that you have to take into account if you want to build with SDAI. So just to regroup a bit, we're really excited for you to use these different projects and technologies. We're offering 4,000 for the first prize winner of Spark Conduits, 2,000 for the second one, and 1,000 for the third prize winner. And pretty much the same for SDAI and Spark Lend, with the only difference is the third team will get a slightly lower price. And the last thing is, I really want to emphasize this. I'm here for you. Please get in contact. I already have people on Discord asking questions, which is great. Don't leave it for the last minute. Even if you're curious about it, I'd love to help you or anyone from my team to help you figure out whether you can integrate one of these technologies with your project. Don't leave it last minute. And if you have any questions or any sort of feedback, please write to me. And I'll be with. Thank you, Kartik.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all that. It's exciting to see so many things happening on the Maker ecosystem, and hopefully a lot of creative DeFi applications come out this weekend or this week, month. This is a big one. I have to remind myself to not think of this as a regular in-person hackathon. Well, thank you. And with that, let's talk about all the other prizes for this hackathon. So you just heard about Scroll and Spark getting $20,000 in prizes each. You can see a lot of those specifics on the prizes page, but also just if you just were there the last 5 minutes, you can understand all those categories. I also want to talk about ApeCoin, UMA, Wormhole, Filecoin, Hyperlane, and Polygon, who are going to be giving $10,000 in prizes each as well. Then you have Mantle, Axelar, Safe, and Mask also doing $10,000 in prizes. And then Sysmo, Cometh, Aztec, Connext, Compound, Grants Program, and Tableland, they're going to be giving $5,000 each in prizes. And so will Chainlink, Push Protocol, Lit, The Graph, Uniswap Foundation, and XMTP. So that's a lot of prizes individually being given away from all these amazing companies and protocols. And you can check out all the specifics by clicking on the prizes section, where you get to see everything from the documentation to starter kit code to what qualifies and what doesn't qualify, to even some ideas for what you can build using any of these SDKs and protocols. All that is on the website on the prizes section, and the website is online.ethglobal.com. And finally, before we end this and let you all get back to working on your projects, we want you to pace yourself. 3 weeks is a lot of time. This makes it easy for you to spend some time understanding how something works and spend time asking the right questions to all these amazing protocols and understand how something works under the hood, to why you want to use this over that, or how something can be architected better. All those things are meant for you to really absorb and then get to build and incorporate those things on your projects. We really don't want this thing to be exhausting to you. You don't have to try to stay up super late at night. You get to pace out and plan how you want to allocate your time to these projects, and really want you to have fun. This is meant to be a way to onboard thousands of you to the Web3 ecosystem. And the next 3 weeks are going to be amazing and exciting for all of us. So really take the time to see what's happening, watch all of our summits to really understand what's going to be more important in the next few years to few months. And at the end of the day, this whole event is about experimentation and learning. So you get to try things out, you get to see what works and what doesn't work, you get to see how something works really internally, and use that to your advantage to make something that you want to be proud of. So keep all of that in mind. And with that, I want to wish all of you happy hacking. We'll see all of you on Discord. If you have any other questions, you can hang out and ask those questions in the ETHGlobal.tv chat. But until then, we'll see you all live now on Discord. And in the meantime, enjoy some lo-fi beats. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all over the next few weeks. And especially all of you for checking one early next week. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.